guys, so welcome back to yet again another episode of facepalmfishing. Now this will be a season kickstarter for us. We're today here at the Marina Bay Sands, and today's video will be slightly different. This video is not here to criticize anyone, it's not here to point fingers, it's not here to say who's right or wrong, but I just want to give you a perspective of how illegal fishing is like in Singapore. So we're here today at the Marina Bay Sands. We'll be meeting an angler later, and he has agreed to help us for this video. So yeah, let's go. I'm already seeing a lot of policemen outside. Behind you, look. Okay, so I'm gonna call the guy that we're supposed to meet and probably meet him out here. Okay, hopefully he picks up. Hopefully he doesn't pangsay us. Okay, this seems bad. Alright, so thanks for watching guys on this episode of facepalmfishing. Hi, this is Ishan from facepalmfishing, and yeah, remember the video that you wanted to do with us, the illegal fishing one? Yeah, we are here waiting.
Okay, sure, I'll be coming over right now.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, it's here.
No camera, please.
Wait, what?
No.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
no. No, bro. The thing is, we will mask your voice and also your face and everything. The video, everything will be kind of anonymous, but yeah, we have to record the process of it. So if you don't mind,
It's a bit hard, but I'll do it for facepalmfishing. I'll do it for this video. To show people really what the truth of fishing in Singapore.
Thanks for having us back.
So the first place we'll be going is that building over there, LV. The place is known to be quite dangerous because people usually come, get cornered down there.
Cornered?
Because there's a platform, it's a pontoon, you have to go down there. And once the authorities, once they come in, you can't go out because there's only one wing to come down there.
How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit tense, we are doing illegal fishing after all. We're not sure what's gonna happen. Not sure what's gonna happen. Okay, let's ask a few questions. So, why do you travel so far just to fish here?
Okay, how it all started is, I was introduced by my friend about this spot. And this spot holds a lot of big fish from what I know. But that's for 2-3 years ago. Now, I believe they're still there, but not that much anymore because of people fishing more often, and also because of that, many people come here and fish. The authorities here tighten up, and this is why fishing in Singapore is becoming more and more illegal.
You heard that, guys? Is it true that the more stringent the security there is, the more fish there will be?
Not necessarily true.
Not necessarily true.
Because even if the security here is very tight,
Yeah.
there are still many people coming here to fish.
Oh.
Because they already know how the security works, how the authority works, the timing when they come and all this. So there are loopholes that many anglers they play around with. Okay, come to this spot just to get the big fish, just to get the fish. Yeah. So if many anglers come here and trash the whole spot, keep coming here to fish, definitely the fish will just go away one day. It will be harder for us to fish.
Alright, so now we are on our way to a spot called Flyer, which is at the Singapore Flyer, obviously. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I actually fished there before. I fished the Flyer, I fished the floating platform, the Esplanade, and the Malayan. That's all, in Fullerton a bit. But that was really back then in the past, and I'm not afraid to, just say I fish here, because it would be a bit hypocritical if I record a video on illegal fishing and don't admit that I fish in these areas, but I do. I used to fish there a few years back, not anymore, because some of you might know about the small little rule that we have on facepalm fishing, about how we don't fish in these areas, because I wouldn't say I'm like super famous or anything, but I mean sometimes we do get recognized, and if we get recognized at these areas it will be a little unsightful. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few questions if you don't mind. By looking at these areas, like the place we fished at just now, LV floating platform, do you feel that these areas should be? Do you feel that fishing should be allowed in these areas by just like merely looking at them?
For certain spots, I feel that it's a yes. For certain spots, it's a no. Or yes, it's like okay. For the spots that like the flyer over here, Singapore Flyer, where the place is quite open, so that even the anglers stand down there, I don't think so it will hinder the public, because I feel that UB don't want us to fish around because of the public. It's always because of the public. They don't want us to hinder the public. But for places like LV or even a High Law, Fullerton, all these places, the crowd is actually, there's a lot of crowd there, and if anglers will fish there, it's quite dangerous. And not all anglers, I mean there are very responsible anglers out there, but not all anglers are responsible, because they don't care about people around, they just swim in their yaws.
But yeah, but knowing that, you know, LV and Fullerton Hotel, you're not supposed to fish at these areas, but why do you still choose to fish there?
Okay, firstly, for this kind of illegal ground, I'm not saying just here or any other illegal spots. To many people, illegal spots means there are big fish over there are many fish over there, and it's easy to catch the fish. So, and it's partly true, because not many people fish over there. If it's illegal, it means lesser people will tend to go there and fish because they don't want to get in the way of the authorities. So therefore the place will be much more preserved. The fish will tend to be there because there's lesser actions or fishing going on over there.
We have heard a lot of stories about like anglers having like encounters with the authorities, and like, sometimes how they are being treated, sometimes how drastic measures are taken. So have you heard of any stories, or have you experienced anything yourself?
Personally, I have not experienced this kind of cases, but I've heard of friends who they get caught, they get suspended from the area, say the MBS, they got caught at LV, the guard came down, the police came down or something like that. And yeah, they went into the office and they got this letter suspend them from visiting the area, the MDS area. Even they're not fishing, they're not allowed to go into the area for a few months. And I heard of stories of people getting fined and even court cases.
That being said, do you think that anglers deserve this? Like, do you think that maybe it's because of what they do?
Yeah, if you are fishing at an illegal spot, you're at the wrong. So if you get punished, you get fined, you cannot say anything because you are already doing something illegal, and they already stated all over like fishing. Once you get caught, the fine is up to $2,000, and it's up to every angler's own risk, individual own risk, to take their own risk to come here and fish. They have to watch out for themselves. So, but if they get punished, that's the rule, that's the law. You can't stop them. You can't do anything to stop it.
Since we like talk about the law, like how strict it is, like in what perspective do you view fishing at in Singapore?
Specifically, this kind of freshwater fishing, hunting peacock bass, snakehead, all this. I feel that fishing in Singapore feels like a crime. It feels like a crime. It seriously feels like a crime. Even though we are doing sport fishing or using like artificial baits, we're not going to like make the water dirty and all this. And we catch and release, so we release back the fish, we preserve the species properly, all this, so that it can grow. But we still see it as a crime.
First, no matter what.
Okay, I've been finding a whole day for something like this. The buy rate here is not like last time, but this is almost like on average. It's already considered a good size for now. I'm gonna release this guy. The 4 pound. Yes. Okay normal lah.
So, before the end of this video, I feel that I want to share my thoughts and opinions and views on this matter of like fishing in Singapore in general. I know at the beginning of the video I stated that it will be kind of like a neutral standpoint thing for the public to see how fishing is like in Singapore and give them the freedom to kind of come up with their own standpoint and view on this matter. But after going through so much while making this video, I really feel that I should share my opinions and thoughts on the matter. I'll probably get a lot of hate for saying some stuff, but I'm just saying this because I feel that it is meant to be said, and it might hurt some people, but at the same time, you know, I feel that that's what's right. First of all, I want to share with you the reason why I'm making this video. So the reason why I make this video is, of course, to get views. In fact, most videos on YouTube are made to get views if you actually put some thought into it. Another thing that I was hoping this video would bring is that there will be a mutual understanding between the public and anglers. So the public probably have a view of like fishing is just like a sport where you throw your bait and just wait there. It's a relaxing sport, you know, yeah, blah blah. That's just my assumption, but yeah. But I bet none of them have the perspective of what fishing in Singapore really is. If you're an angler, you would definitely agree that fishing in Singapore feels different from when you're fishing like overseas. Because fishing in Singapore feels like you're committing a crime. When you go to the fishing spot, you have to look right, look left, find out when's the timing where the PUB would arrive and stuff, and it really stresses you out. It makes fishing less enjoyable. In my honest opinion, I feel that fishing is an enjoyable sport and anglers shouldn't feel this way when they fish. But after going through the filming process and interviewing the angler, I kind of have some other thoughts and opinions on this matter. So I'm just gonna share it with you. I think that fishing has to be confined and restricted in Singapore, and honestly I feel that it's a no-brainer because Singapore is a small country. It's like a tiny red dot in the world and we don't have a lot of space, so most of this area is shared with the public. Because these areas are shared with the public, the authority, it is very hard for the authorities to definitely ensure that the public will be safe if you were to fish there. For instance, we went to the Malayan spot in this video and I was a bit scared because I was a bit scared of like people getting hooked and stuff. And if these areas are legalized, I feel that accidents are bound to happen. So I completely understand why some areas should be confined and restricted and why some areas shouldn't be fished at. That's my first opinion. Another thing that I feel is that anglers should stop blaming the authorities all the time. Of course, there are nasty officers that sometimes would shout at anglers, be a little rude, but at the end of the day, they're just doing their job, so we can't really blame them. And if we put ourselves in their shoe, it is also really difficult for the authorities to allocate fishing spots where they can ensure that the public and the anglers will be safe. So it's very difficult for them to legalize more areas for fishing and also give us more legal fishing grounds. I feel that instead of putting the blame on others, we should sometimes take a good look at our own actions. Now, I know that there are anglers in Singapore who fish with proper fishing etiquette, but I can honestly say that there are a couple of anglers who fish rather irresponsibly. I'm talking about anglers who swear and cuss like no one's business in the public, who litter and who does the most obnoxious that that even I am like, what? Yeah, it just makes me speechless sometimes. I mean, I used to be like that once, when I was a lot younger. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm old, but when I was a lot younger, I used to do dumb stuff like this as well. But gradually, I realized that it is dumb and I shouldn't be doing it. I've seen stuff like kids throwing ofo bikes in the water. Like, if you know of someone like that, if you are someone like that, then you shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be angry at the authorities, but you honestly deserve to get caught by the authorities because you're just shaming fishing. You're being a nuisance in the fishing community, and you're giving everyone a bad impression on how the fishing community is like. If the public see you doing this, they would definitely have a bad impression of the fishing community. And one of the most common bad habit of anglers is littering. I've seen so many anglers litter, even some of my own close fishing friends. They're just so used to throwing stuff all around the place, and it just kind of ticks me off sometimes because we always complain of how the authorities are not doing much to give us more fishing locations, but here we are not protecting and not taking care of the places we have to fish in. What makes you think that people would want to give you more areas to fish in if you behave like that, if you throw your stuff all around the area and stuff? This can even be seen at places like Pasir Ris Main Pond. Every time I go to Pasir Ris Main Pond, it is so dirty in the morning. People just don't give a shit. They just throw their stuff there and leave. And once I brought my friend from France to Singapore, and he saw how dirty the place is, and he was just disappointed. I feel that it is really important for the public to have a good impression of us anglers because at the end of the day, the public will always win. They have like the most power in saying stuff. If there is some mutual understanding between the public and anglers, maybe something can work out. Maybe more places could be legalized for fishing, and there will also be more people who are supportive for fishing because at the end of the day, they are the public and they are the majority of the amount of people, and yeah, they have a lot of power in what they say. So it is very important for them to have a good impression of us. And if we were to behave like this, I mean, throw ofo bikes in the water and stuff like that, it is definitely not gonna happen. The public will definitely see anglers as like as obnoxious people. And yeah, by doing that, all the good stuff that other anglers do, like torpedo casters often do their beach cleanup and stuff, all the stuff that they do go to waste because you just shamed the name of the fishing community in Singapore if you do something obnoxious. So yeah, that's just my point. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but yeah, I just feel that it has to be said. And lastly, this is for the authorities. I feel that there are definitely more places which could be legalized. A lot has been said in BCSG's video, and I agree with what he said, so you can check it out. I feel that anglers should be allowed to fish in certain places in Singapore as long as the authorities are willing to take the extra effort to maybe do some renovations, look more into it and stuff. So yeah, that's all I have to say about illegal fishing and stuff. And also I want to say that I fish illegally too. You know, in the video I remember I said that I fish at the Singapore Fly and stuff. I do fish illegally. I think almost every single angler in Singapore fish illegally because there's just not much space to fish in. So I really feel that PUB should look into legalizing more areas and opening up more grounds for us. Because at the end of the day, there are probably about 10 to 30,000 anglers in Singapore, and how are we supposed to fit in 17 legal rounds if you actually go and think about it? So yeah, that's all I have to say. Go ahead and comment your views on this matter, on what you think should be done. And if you don't like what I said, you don't like what this video is about, go ahead and dislike this video. I'm fine with it. I've already said what I felt is right, what I feel should be said, and I'm ready to face the consequences if there are any. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we have many more stuff coming up. If you didn't enjoy this video, please stay, because we have a lot more videos coming up that you will definitely enjoy. So thanks for watching, and also we'll be answering some questions later on the eWaves page and on our facepalm fishing Instagram live at around 8 o'clock later. So if you have any questions regarding this video, do check it out. We'll be discussing about like illegal fishing in Singapore as well, so it'll be really interesting. And yeah, thanks for watching.